Oh, there we go. We are back. We are back. And we learned our lesson, and we won't do it again.
There is no we.
Well,
yeah, I kind of did that.
Actually, it's that.
It's me. Yeah, right here.
Yeah, there is no we in this.
Yeah, my bad. It seemed like a good idea. I was like, oh, here's the clip. Let's play it. Why not? 33 seconds. It won't hurt.
Yeah, this guy.
So I guess I shouldn't play the segment from the
no, don't
male
play
models.
No.
Not maximum.
No,
I won't do
that.
that.
No.
Don't do that.
No, don't.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I just applied. So wish me luck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You apply for the male models?
Yes, maximum male model.
Sir, you have to put that in the group chat, the link to that, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's www.maximummalemodels.com.
It's literally maximummalemodels.com.
It's really that simple.
You just got to have a full body.
I do. Very full.
Okay. Yeah, he ain't lying.
Head is full of nonsense.
He's definitely not lying about that. So let us move on then.
Yes.
Okay. And since we're here, we might as well talk about the Vince McMahon allegations. So much is going on with this story right now.
Way too much.
So much is going on. And first off, Netflix has reportedly, several sources claim that Netflix has canceled an upcoming Vince McMahon documentary. You know, they said they were like nearing the end of it. There was a lot of millions were spent, a lot of interviews were done, all kinds of stuff, and they just had to drop it because the allegation. Like the first one, they was like, but then more came out. Wall Street Journal reported that Vince McMahon paid up to about $12 million.
12 million, hush money.
12 million.
See, just for those that don't know, just in case, just to give a small recap. So it came out not long ago that a paralegal had an affair with Vince McMahon. She had signed an NDA. What was her? Didn't she get $3 million herself?
She got $3 million.
Yeah, she got $3 million herself. The big deal was she was originally working as a paralegal, and then she was passed on to work with John Laurinaitis.
Passed on.
Yes.
Good Lord.
But then she signed a NDA for hush money. Well, WWE, the board, received anonymous emails detailing the relationship. So then there was an investigation that was brought upon. Vince stepped down as CEO, and Steph became the interim chairwoman of WWE, but Vince has stayed on as head creative, been there every day, like usual. Well, of course, during this investigation, more has been revealed that there are other NDAs, including a wrestler who was demoted and was told to give Vince we'll just say a BJ. So she was paid out, but then later on still released from her contract. And then they've noted 2 other situations where they're happening, and there's potentially other ones. Also, John Laurinaitis has a few NDAs that he's had people signed. The big deal people are wondering is, will this get Vince kicked out of WWE? Well, technically, that is not a possibility unless Vince voluntarily steps down. Because he has more voting power than anyone else on the WWE board, so you cannot outvote him. Now, what the WWE board, if they find out that any of the money that has been used was from WWE, then they have rounds to kick Vince out. That would be the only way. But even then, it still would be tough because, again, the voting power. So it all depends on the agreements that have been signed and everything. But what I think whoever it is that is revealing all of this information to the Wall Street Journal, they are trying to make Vince look bad in public and for him to have grounds to step down because investors do not like this.
No, they do not.
They do not like this. If you remember when Daniel Bryan choked out Justin Roberts on the debut of Nexus?
You mean yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
well, his name is
Yeah,
Bryan
that's-
Danielson, but he was Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I was
he
thinking of something.
he was
thinking of
released
somebody
the
else.
next morning because Mattel hated seeing that. They did not want kids choking each other with ties at home. So, if the investors do not like this situation, they will force Vince to step down because WWE will be in danger of losing billions of dollars.
Billions?
Billions and billions. So, Vince, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? And then there was also other situations, like there was a ref that accused him from years ago. She was like the first female ref, accused him of inappropriate behavior. There was also a massage therapist that said Vince was getting inappropriate. So it's very much a
sticky situation.
Not even a sticky situation. It's a history of some craziness that Vince needs to get figured out.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of tomfoolery going on, if you will.
Very.
So now the question is, who now? So people are trying to speculate and guess who they think it is. You know, because some Twitter researchers were going.
They put a list.
Yes, they did make a list. Do you have the list?
I do, but I'm. It's like I'm, especially after my little mishap last show. Which, by the way, I again apologize for my thoughts on Sammy Guevara, just in case, just so you know. Because these people sign NDAs, we of course don't want to ever be a part of revealing names and privacy.
Facts. All we're doing is observing from the outside. We're not adding to nothing.
We are not adding to nothing.
We're just giving our thoughts.
But there are speculations on who the potential women were at the time. All we will say is some of the names that were released that year. Jackie Gaeta was on that list. Molly Holly, Christy Hemme, Joy Giovanni, Amy Weber, Lauren Jones. They were all released around that year. For it to, because they said it was around 2008 or 2005. I'm pretty sure it was 2005. Christy Hemme has since said in an interview, she did say, now this is all public knowledge, she said that she was asked to be sent down to OVW, which she was dying to do, but that she was not willing to play certain things with politics. That there were some things that she was asked to do that she said no to, and she was very much big about her morals. It had nothing to really to go with anything. Like, she was willing to do Playboy, she's done modeling, she was okay with stuff, but there were things politically that she was asked to do that she disagreed with. So some people are speculating.
And Brown said we're under investigation by Dr. Vince.
Some people are speculating that Christy Hemme was the superstar in question that was asked to do this. Who knows? That's
Allegedly.
what I'll say. Allegedly. Again, we here at Smash the Mat are not saying we believe.
We don't believe.
We do not believe.
We don't believe. We don't know.
We do not know. We are just a podcast.
We are just reporting what is being said.
That's what we're doing.
We're just talking wrestling. And the fact that this is the biggest subject in wrestling today, that is more interesting than storylines that are on TV, is pure insanity. Like somebody said that Vince McMahon spent more money on women.
We don't believe.
We do not believe it. We do not believe whoever Facebook user you are. We do
Don't take the money we don't have.
Yeah,
we do not.
Don't.
So
give us money.
It's speculation. Speculation. That's all it is. But I believe that somebody is trying to take Vince down, and I will firmly say that. So
yes,
it's Ryback.
Some say Ryback, but also everybody still speculates that it must be Nick Khan, because when Nick Khan came through, everyone started getting canned and out of the way.
it's like a double-edged sword because people started getting canned, but they made more money than they ever have before.
But it's also like, is he wrong
He's
though?
doing the
Is he
business
wrong
deal.
for
He's
trying
doing
to
all the business deals as he did the Peacock deal?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But then they also released 120 wrestlers in 18 months. So it's like
I also couldn't get mad at that because it's a lot of people that WWE was never going to use or they were going to use incorrectly. So why?
I don't know. Why can't we see his name? You might have to click on.
Sometimes you have to click a link. There's like a link that you got to click to accept. It's
something about StreamYard. You have to like give StreamYard
right,
use your name or something like that. Yeah, but it's wild. But you know, now the last show I was talking about the joke that hey, Vince McMahon paid more for sex than he did for WCW. Yeah. Well, now
he really has.
He done paid 6 times more for sex than he did WCW. He only paid $2 million for WCW. Only $2 million, and it's what I think it's like 12 to 16 mil now. Boy,
wow! I didn't know he only paid $2 million for WCW.
Yeah,
because there was no TV rights. That's why Eric Bischoff said that when WWE when it went for sale, he was going to buy it, but it didn't have. There was no TV rights to it. It was just like it was just the library, the rings, and all that stuff. It was no TV time or any of that. And that's why he felt like it wasn't worth it. Like the same thing with Ring of Honor. When Tony Khan bought Ring of Honor, he only paid, I think, less than $2 million for it.
Yeah, he didn't pay that much.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, because it didn't come with TV time. It was just a library, like some rings, some props, and stuff like that. It didn't come with the.
And
the
that's
time.
that's also why they released a lot of the contracts. Like they took a break on all the contracts because then it makes the price a lot more worth it, where they could just grab it and then he can renegotiate all these deals. And that's why a lot of the guys have since signed with Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah,
man,
I like this comment.
Facts though, we could have put our money together.
Remember, I felt like for a year, like I was saying, like Ring of Honor's run by idiots. We could have been the idiots that owned it. Like it just could have worked. It could have worked like that.
Yeah, and just like I think he is trying to get a TV deal. And since we're talking about Ring of Honor right now, let's go ahead and jump into the fact that Death Before Dishonor, Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor, is coming to pay-per-view in 2 weeks. That's right.
It worked out.
That's right. So they're already started. They've been showing a bunch of Ring of Honor stars and champions on AEW television. Matter of fact, last night on Rampage, very rare that I get to watch Rampage because I'm usually DJing a club. But last night in the main event, it was the Gates of Agony, Toa Liona and Khan versus the Ring of Honor World Champion. It was Jonathan Gresham and Lee Moriarty, and Lee Moriarty was pretty much wrestled the whole match, but at the very end, Jonathan Gresham betrayed Lee Moriarty. He hugged Tully Blanchard. Now, prior to all of this, Jonathan Gresham, he was the leader of the foundation. You know what I'm saying? He was at least the
foundation.
Huh?
He
is the foundation. Yeah. He's pretty much everything that Ring of Honor stood for when it came to wrestling. And now it looks like he's got his heel turn. And so but the weird thing about that is, right, like they're not doing that match at Death Before Dishonor. They're doing Lee Moriarty versus Jonathan Gresham next week on Rampage.
So I think they're trying to hold off in announcing who his opponent will be because the title is going to be defended.
Yeah, it's going to be defended.
Maybe there's something that's going to happen to justify. They're going to be like, oh yeah, this is who he's facing. So
right,
we'll have to hold off. Which the pay-per-view is not far away. So Tony,
2 weeks.
You need to get with it.
Exactly, and so they're going to be doing, like, right now all they have is AEW to like.
I'm gonna go say it again. If you have any issue with Vince McMahon, that's what Tony Khan is. He's a young Vince. Let's not even play anymore. It's like I've tried my best to be like, okay, okay. What did I say day one when we started talking about AEW coming? Like, if you want to go back, of course, listen to our previous episodes on Smash the Mat, of course, on all podcasting platforms.
That's right.
We've been talking about AEW since before it became a thing. Like, we were speculating on everything that was going to happen, the big moves. And I told you from day one, I'm like, this guy does not know what he's doing. He doesn't.
Nope.
He does not know what he's doing. And it's even worse now that he owns another company. And for weeks, it's just like you cannot watch AEW and really know what's going on. Like, if you're just picking it up, it's just so random.
Yeah.
It's so random. And now all of a sudden, now these ROH people, they're treated lesser than, and you just got all these people on this roster, all these people utilize the TV time. But what are they doing? It does not make sense. I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
And look, and like I say, I listen to a lot of Cornette.
Yeah.
And Cornette says J5 is back.
Hey.
That's not what Cornette said.
Yeah.
But Cornette says, WWE's Raw is like, he says it's so bad.
Yeah.
Like they're literally handing Tony Khan the keys
That's
to take
literally
over wrestling TV. But AEW is consistently like, no, we don't want it.
Yes,
No, we don't want it.
all the fans want is a simple show that we can watch, like a simple, entertaining show where people are used. People are used consistently. There's consistent storyline. We just want consistency. We just want you to tell us you love us every so often. That's all we want. We're simple people. But what are we doing? It does not make any sense. Like, I even feel bad for all the New Japan people because it's like they were thrown on TV, but barely
With no
anything.
introductions. It was
No introduction.
They were tossed on TV, and all you have is Excalibur saying, "Oh, it's such and such and such and such." But like,
And
you
if
don't
Forbidden
know.
Door
Like,
was
if you're new to wrestling in 20, if you started watching AEW when they came in 2019, and that's all you knew, probably a little bit of WWE. You don't know who these guys are.
at all.
Yep.
At all.
Why is everybody singing this Minoru Suzuki guy's theme music? Like, who is he? Like, if they don't tell you, how you gonna know?
Exactly.
When Okada comes out and people are crying in the stands, oh my God, it's Okada, he's in America.
Who?
You don't get it. You're like,
Who
who
is
is
he?
it? Like,
And then the fact that you pump them up, you make it seem like they're just nobody. You just put them with the rest of the roster, and they're just like nobody. It's like, especially to the roster that you barely built. Like, you have all these people winning, even though they've been losing like for months.
I was just about to say, and think about like Switchblade Jay White was on AEW a few times before he became the IWGP world champion.
Mhm.
Now, and I know they didn't treat him like a big deal before that.
No.
So
Barely.
now all of a sudden it's like, imagine, like you see this guy like probably in January, they were like, oh, it's Switchblade Jay White. And you're like, oh, okay, he's okay. You know what I'm saying? They don't treat him like a big deal. 5 months later, he's somebody else's world champion, and now they're bigging him up like this, and you're still like, well, he was just wrestling Lee Moriarty like
People
in
do
January.
not forget this stuff. It's like you have to build them. It doesn't matter where they are. You have to build your talent. People remember that. Like Big Show, he's the perfect example. You see, no matter years and years and years of what Big Show has done, he's been world champion multi times, but people do not forget the many times Big Show would lose. He would lose. He would get beat by people so smaller than him.
WWE low-key ruined
They
Paul
ruined
White.
him. They ruined him.
He never had that chance to be that dominant. He should have had a run like Roman Reigns is having right now.
Yes.
He should have been like at least for 6 months as champion, just knocking people over.
Not even 6 months, a solid year. Like, think about it. finally, Mark Henry got that, and luckily enough, we haven't forgotten that epic run for the Hall of Pain that he had. Like, if you have like one solid run that defines your career, you could be Teflon. That means then you can lose. Then you can lose, you'll be fine. Randy Orton had that run, and he's been fine since. Cena had that run. The Rock has had that run. Stone Cold. You need one solid, consistent, long-term run on top, and then you're good. Big Show never got that. Not once. Sasha Banks never got that. Like, and then you wonder why they leave. You wonder why they get mad. It's like, that's from build. That's from the way that you're booking these people. And that's why they're done for.
Yeah. But you know, staying on track with the Ring of Honor. Now, probably the best match I didn't even get a chance to watch was FTR versus the Briscoes, the first one. I heard the first one was amazing.
First one was great.
It was excellent, and now they're running it back this time. FTR, who is not only the AAA Tag Team Champions, they're also the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions and the IWGP Tag Team Champions, takes on the Briscoes July the 23rd. That's going to be that match. Probably should be the main event because the first one I didn't see it.
I wouldn't do that.
But I heard the first one was so good that it was hard for any other match after that.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But if it's not that, like, that right there is the most anticipated match on the card, because the only other match that I know of, I know of two other matches on the card, is Daniel Garcia versus Wheeler Yuta, and it's this one, Samoa Joe versus Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor Television Championship.
I think luckily enough, because of how big that match is going to be, that's going to be a big match that you can kind of play around. As long, like, when it comes to big time pay-per-views, you got to stack them. If you stack them, then it won't be so bad. Then you're good. Then you have a little bit of balance. I feel like because they did it the first time, this match will not ascend that. It just won't, because now
I need to go back and watch that match, because I'm pretty sure it was amazing.
It was really good.
The smart money might be putting that, like, because the way it's going to have to be Jonathan Gresham versus somebody, for the main event, and honestly, the only match I think that you could get that would probably be bigger than that tag team match would be CM Punk or Bryan Danielson, but you can't do that because both of them are injured
and possibly not coming back.
Right. Like, matter of fact, I saw something about CM Punk that he's going to be gone a lot longer than they expected.
Yeah, Tony Khan himself. Luckily enough, I will say Tony is upfront. He will tell you. He will tell you what's going on. He will comment on a random dirt sheet that you never realize, and he will tell you what's going on. CM Punk, I guess he's not healing.
I'm done, guys.
Okay.
All right.
We got you, bro.
Cutting my sound off.
It's probably because you're driving and you're in Germany.
It keeps cutting my sound off, so I'll see y'all later.
Yeah.
All right,
okay.
bro.
All right, brother.
Okay. It's good to hear from him, but you're driving in Germany. Signals don't work.
Man, that German air is a lot different.
I get
that German air is different, man.
If signals work, how signals work. But okay, like we're saying, it's good to hear from him though. But yeah, you got to stack this card for it to work. And I don't know. I just don't know how this ROH roster is going to pan out. They got a lot of the vets with these titles. I saw Brian Cage is floating around there, which is good. It will be good for AEW because they have a lot of freaking people, and to load some of those people onto the ROH roster, that's great. That's fine.
Yeah, you're right. Because a bunch of those guys are gone. Like some of those, like Roxy. Yeah. Roxy signed with WWE. She's Roxanne Perez. Then you look in Impact, and they've got Honor No More. I don't remember all the 5 guys, but it's a group of guys from Ring of Honor,
like Mike Kanellis, PCO, Kenny King, freaking what's his face?
They may go back and forth, possibly if Tony Khan allows it. But honestly, AEW has such, just like you said, their roster is bloated, so they can move some of those guys to Ring of Honor. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they moved Swerve and Keith Lee to Ring of Honor. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Go ahead and get one of the dark shows. Get rid of that. Get rid of one of those dark shows. Like, keep one, and then maybe take Big Show over there. Take Mark Henry. People that have been sitting. The AEW signed a while ago. Like, do something with these people that you've signed. Like, this is the opportunity.
Yeah. So. Now, the thing that I'm wondering is when, where, and what time Ring of Honor is going to get TV? Like, when are they going to get their TV? What channel is it going to be on? What time is it going to be on? Like, my guess would be, like, maybe if they can get them on TBS or something, I would shoot for a Thursday. Like, Thursday at 8 o'clock, Ring of Honor, 1 hour.
We'll be facing off with Impact.
But Impact's not on
cable.
It's not on cable. It's on Access. Like,
they've still. I feel like there's been an unwritten code between the the companies to not step on each other's toes. That was until AEW decided to be themselves and make Rampage on Fridays. So I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, the only other thing I could think of is Tuesday going off against NXT again. Because look, Monday, Wednesday, Friday are already taken. So unless they're doing a show on Saturday, which to me wouldn't make sense, it'd have to be Tuesday or Thursday.
I think in fact, how about this? You get rid of both darks and then
and just have it online.
At least the start until you
get how's that going to help the guys?
Until you get like a legit TV deal, which I don't know what they could do. It's just you don't really got much option.
Well, if you can stick them on a Sunday.
If you don't have
that's not a great spot for TV.
If you don't have a great TV slot, a great TV channel, it don't matter anyway. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying about Impact Access TV. Like I use YouTube TV.
Yeah.
I haven't had cable since 2013.
Brought to you part by YouTube TV. Pay us.
Huh?
Brought to you part by YouTube TV. Me and G both have it. Give it to us.
I have it too.
Give us money.
You do. We're all sponsored. Sponsor us. Make us money.
So yeah, like YouTube TV gives me 65 channels, and I get some good channels. I don't miss anything that I want to see.
Yeah.
So I'm over here like Access TV is cool. At least it is TV, but at least something that's like major cable. Like, hell, put it on True TV. And, put it on something that everybody else gets. That's all I'm saying.
Or MTV, because MTV is tired of them showing ridiculousness.
On MTV. Viacom is six stations, right? Nickelodeon, VH1, MTV, BET.
But they're technically, if they're with TBS, so it's TBS, TNT. Are they under Viacom too?
I don't know. That's Turner Broadcasting.
That's Turner. So let's see what Turner. Let's see what all channels Turner has. Because if you're on there, which here's the big thing, I think Tony Khan needs to fight to get AEW on HBO Max somehow. That would be the way that you could be a part of the conversation then. Because WWE's, they got Peacock, which is genius.
Yeah.
And they need to, if they can get on streaming, because that's where everything's going, it's like, it don't really matter doing regular TV like that anyway. So
you got TBS, TNN, CNN, True TV, Cartoon Network, and Adult Swim.
Yeah,
and TMC.
You're looking at old things. Aren't they all under Warner Brothers now? I'm pretty sure it's all under Warner.
I mean, they did combine.
Yeah, they combined. So right now, Warner Brothers Television. Yep, Turner Entertainment. Yeah, they fall under that.
CNN, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, True TV.
Yeah, so all of that stuff is under Turner Television. So they got option there. Like, they need to fight to get under that situation. Let's see. Warner Brothers Television Studios.
Yep.
Yeah, like that's what they can do for Ring of Honor. That's how you establish Ring of Honor. Mm-hmm. Because and the sad thing is, Impact has been consistently good for a
God,
while.
it's been the best wrestling show. It's
Impact is like it is
kinda
the
taking
best
the role.
wrestling show out, but it's hard to find it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
as somebody that uses, I have to watch clips on stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like as somebody that has YouTube TV, I don't have cable, so I can't watch it. I have to like read up on it. You know what I'm saying? And they have consistently good storylines, matches, and shows. Like they should be like if somebody would move Impact to something else, you know what I'm saying? They would be bigger. Let me say that, bigger. Like because especially with their women's division is top notch.
It's always been top notch too.
Yeah.
They're the ones who started the revolution. I mean, don't let WWE lie to you. It was Impact. It was TNA first. Oh, here I found them. They have American Heroes Channel, Animal Planet, Boomerang, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, Destination America, Discovery Channel, TBS, TCM, TLC, TNT, Travel Channel, True TV, Food Network, HGTV, Investigation Discovery. But then also, this is the same company that owns HBO, Cinemax. Yeah. So there are some big options.
There's options.
Yeah.
There's options.
Oh, CNN.
Yeah.
So there's, I mean, the options are there. You know, they just gotta. Hopefully, they do it right. Like if I don't remember what I have to do on the 23rd, but I might be ordering that show myself.
Yeah,
I might be ordering that show myself.
Well, let me know.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what the best thing about this is? Caprice Coleman on commentary.
Caprice Coleman on commentary.
Caprice Coleman was on Rampage yesterday, and I'm like, yo.
Can we talk about Caprice for a second?
Please.
Can we just talk about him? Like, first of all, like, again, you guys know him a little more. I met him a couple of times, just from cross paths. But let me tell you, this man is probably one of the best commentators there is. Like, in my opinion, if AEW was smart, if Tony Khan was smart, you would put Caprice Coleman and what's his face with the mask?
Who? Excalibur?
Excalibur, yeah.
You would put them together as your team, and that's it. You leave them alone. You bring back JR every so often for like special big matches. You dump Jericho. You would dump. You would put Taz maybe on one of your other shows or something. I don't even care. In fact, you could do Taz and Caprice. You could but you kind of need a play-by-play. So yeah. Put Caprice Coleman and Excalibur. You got your team. That is a big time broadcast team that could go take AEW to new heights. Like, it's no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, Caprice is awesome.
He's good
at everything he does. In the ring, outside the ring, he is good.
He's good.
Like he could still be a full-time wrestler if he wanted, because he's that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could.
You know,
technically, he still is a full-time wrestler. I mean, we don't see him on Impact or anything like that, but locally around here, he does do a lot of shows. So
absolutely, he still works, especially here in the Carolinas.
He's doing
hasn't missed a step at all.
He's doing his black Jerry Lawler thing right now. By the way, brought to you in part by Monster.
Oh, hold on, I'll be right back, gentlemen.
And Nestle, give us money.
Give us money. We're trying.
Yeah.
YouTube TV, please.
Sponsor us.
Please. We will.
Hey, shout out to Extreme World Wrestling and the great crew over there, Manny Mac, man. They enjoy our show and they also post our shows on the Extreme World Wrestling Network as well.
Yeah, post us up.
Definitely shout out to them as well, because you know what I'm saying, we appreciate it. Like, we're doing what we can to be more up to date.
Yeah,
not up to date, but put out more current shows.
I feel like we're back in a groove, though. Like, I must say, we kind of came back. And we've gone swinging, because we've done like how many shows now? 4. Recent run. Hey, that's
in the last 2 months, about last month, yeah,
which is solid. Some people never do it again. They quit and they're done. But guess what? We're back and we're trying our best. We're gonna be. We know you've missed us. We know.
That's right.
We know.
Hey, life is hard, man. All of us have so much going on. People don't realize how big Smash the Mat has blown up outside of just the podcast. You know, G and I call him the hitting 6-man Daniel. They do a whole lot. They do a whole lot for Smash Matt,
Way
Smash
too
City
much.
outside of just the podcast.
Way too much. They
So
do.
it's amazing.
And I commend these
Speaking of,
guys.
Daniel is currently in Chicago. He is so you know what? While we're on the subject, let's give another shout out to Pro Wrestling TV. Pro Wrestling TV is a free app, and you can download it on your smart TV. You can watch it on your phone, and they have a bunch of wrestling promotions. That's where you can find the Control Your Narrative show. That's where he's currently in Chicago. They're doing filming for Maria Kanellis's promotion. It's called WWA Women's Wrestling Army. And like him and some guys, they're out there. Daniel's out there filming right now. He just told me about how good the show was last night. You know what I'm saying? They got another one today. It is.
And I want to say this again because, again, I was one to joked a little bit about CYN at first, but then, as always, these are all people, they love wrestling, they're trying their best to get out there, introduce talent, and from what I've seen, especially from these two guys, is like they're trying their best to get out there to get opportunities. And if any company is out there trying to give opportunities to wrestlers, they should be supported. It don't matter because the big companies ain't. I don't care what anybody said. They're hiring their friends. That's great, but what about the guys who are on the road, who are doing it?
Yeah. And you know, I don't know EC3 like personally or anything, but every interaction that I have had with him has always been positive.
Yes.
You know, I've never seen him bash anybody. I've never seen him make fun of anybody. He's always been supportive. He's always told if he was watching your match, he always gave his opinion on how you could get better. So I don't understand why people are even knocking the whole CYN
because
thing.
people started mixing. Which a lot of fandoms are doing in general. This is not just in wrestling. This is in movies and stuff. You start mixing people's political or personal opinions into the talent that they produce. Which, hey, I get it. You have a certain feeling when it comes to that. If you have a difference of opinion, head out and vote. That's when you handle that stuff. That's when
honestly,
you worry about
the majority of it came from a Reddit post.
Yeah.
Reddit post about earlier this year or last year about, and it made all these wild claims about, this and that and who was supporting and who it was backed by. And it's as a member, I can tell you that is not true. It's not true. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, you know what they say, if you put it on the internet, it's real.
It's real.
Exactly.
I am so against that.
Speaking of, I'm trying to get EC3 on the show.
What?
Yes. So we're trying to work out a time because because there's a couple shows coming up that I need to send these. I need to send these pictures. There's a couple shows coming to North Carolina. And they are a part of it. Speaking of, there's this show. It's Control Your Narrative versus the future stars of AML. And as you can see, even though they spelled my name wrong, I'm right there. It's going down July 30th.
You might have to trademark that version too, man. I feel like that's going to happen. You're just going to have to trademark that version too.
Yeah.
To be safe.
Yeah, just to do it. Yeah, it's I'm going to do it. It's going down. 10 man.
You had to be the one to put it.
Hey, look. There's too many people out there you know how many people go by G Money?
No, honestly, you're the first G Money I've ever met. I'm being honest. I've never met another G Money. Man, I know at least two other DJ G Monies. One lives in South Carolina. How famous are they? Huh? Well, I feel like you've had it long enough where sorry, they might as well just quit it.
Never once have I turned on the radio and heard G Money and be like, which G Money is that?
Let's be real here.
Yeah.
At this point, because how long have you been using this name? Like 13 years now?
No,
sir?
Longer. I've been using this name since before I was in radio.
So exactly.
I've been in radio 15 years.
So
I've been doing radio 15 years, and I've had this name since before college. Almost, it's been 20 plus years I've been using that nickname.
from the length of time that you've been using this name in public, everyone else is the copy to you. Okay, that's just real. All right, so I think it's safe to say you could take the other G Money fully. You are G Money. I mean, and if anybody disagrees with me, let's fight.
But you know what? That's important though, because I am going to trademark the name. I've been looking up what exactly to do to trademark it, especially with the Smash City LLC. I have DBA G Money. Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing that, especially because of this, especially if this CYN takes off. Like, I'm going to need to protect
your intellectual property.
Property.
So, and trademark both versions. Get the I and the E. Guess what? Definitely. There is only one G Money, and if you're listening to this show, there is only one G Money.
I'll help you track down the other ones, and we can send them a cease and desist letter.
Hey, guess what? That's going to be the fun part. Once you trademark it, you can send those. You're like,
you're right. You're right.
Like, no, you're not G Money.
Sorry, buddy.
Sorry.
Sorry, buddy. That's not how this works.
All right. Any final thoughts?
No, I think it's one other thing I wanted to say. So tomorrow I'm going to be making my debut in Tennessee at School of Morton, 505 Live.
Now, if you're listening, this is July the 10th.
Yeah,
we'll be making his debut.
July 10th on Facebook. You go to the School of Morton Facebook page at 5:05 p.m. I will be on the latest edition of 505 Live, School of Morton. Yeah, we're leaving tomorrow morning. It's going to be myself, Caribbean Tiger, and Rip Cannon. We traveling to Tennessee, baby, about 5 hours away.
Caribbean
Tiger and Rip Cannon. Yeah, bro, making the towns, hitting the road. That's what it's about.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything to you on air because I know where you're supposed to be, but I'm not gonna say nothing. We ain't gonna talk about that on air. All I'm gonna say is thanks for listening to the Smash the Mat podcast. We are out here. You see, well, if you're listening to this, obviously you don't see. But make sure you follow all of our social media pages. On Facebook, it's Smash the Mat. On Twitter, it is Smash the Mat Pod. On Instagram, it's Smash the Mat Podcast. On YouTube, Smash the Mat Podcast. You know what I'm saying? And look, we got more episodes. We got interviews coming up. Mr. Magnificent, he's about to be sending feelers out for interviews and all that good stuff.
I already have. Off the air, I'll tell you some of the names I'm trying to contact.
Yes, more interviews coming. I feel like let's end on a funny note. Can you show the picture that I sent you?
Hold up. You just hold up. You just sent.
The picture I sent in the chat before we came on. Yeah. Let's end on a funny note. By the way, at DB Greatness on everything. Follow me. So
wait, you sent it. You sent in what chat?
In the Smash the Mat chat.
Let me see.
Yes.
You know what? I almost forgot about this.
We almost forgot about this.
It's the face you make when some random guy with money in the bank comes out while you're telling people to acknowledge.
Let me tell you, Roman
is like, who the hell is that?
Look, I think the funniest part is Roman works with these people. And his judgment to them is hilarious. Like, who is this? Like, even though he knows who works on the WWE roster.
I don't know this guy.
Paul Heyman's looking like, don't worry, Roman, security's got him.
He ain't a problem.
Yo.
Now, I also started calling Roman, he's the Joe Jackson of professional wrestling.
Not the Joe Jackson.
He let me tell you, I've never seen someone bully his own family members to success. Because he did it with not one Uso, but the other one too. Like, he bullied these people to be undisputed champions. Like, how? How do you do this? That is Joe. He read that Joe Jackson autobiography. He's like, okay, I'm about to make me a Jackson 5, all right?
Yo, that's hilarious. That is hilarious.
And that's all, folks.
Oh my God. Look, you already know what it is, man. Smash the Mat podcast. We'll be back probably in a week. You know, we're going. Also, Ring Wars Carolina.
Ring Wars.
Yes.
Scars and Stripes next Saturday in Lumberton at the King Arena. Main event should be Gemstone versus C.W. Anderson. Plus, I'll be taking on Caden Pierre in a non-title match. He is the RWC television champion.
That's tough, man.
Wait, there.
I know, because I'm the Golden Opportunity winner, but I haven't decided which championship I wanted to challenge for yet.
I feel like a John Cena fan because I don't know whether to root for you or boo for you.
Yeah,
right now,
because everybody loves Caden Pierre, right?
That's Caden Pierre.
Everybody loves Caden Pierre.
Nobody told Mr. Magnificent there was a show. I didn't see my name on the card. What?
Well,
I got to call. I got to call somebody about this.
See what happened was